Hi, it's Anthony from OKplay.com, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to try and get the Kiwi Design audio strap headphones onto the Bobo VR M2 head strap. I did use the Deluxe audio strap headphones with this, and they worked really well. But I really like the sound of the Kiwi Design earphones. They're super comfortable. It's got an OK cabling system, and it's obviously not USB, so we can use the battery. Got great audio, great head strap, and also a battery solution all in one head strap. So that's pretty much it. So let's see if that's even possible. So first I'm going to take off the head strap of the Kiwi so we can get at two important things that I think that we can utilize from this strap into our Bobo head strap. We just need the earphones. You might not have seen this in the review, but there's just a simple screw there which is basically keeping this whole section attached. So let's get this removed and see what we can play with. So we're going to go in with a screwdriver, remove this screw. It's just your standard, quite a small threaded screw, but it is quite long, which is perfect because that's what we need. Not that long, but definitely longer than the screws that go in the Bobo side here. So what I'm thinking of doing is there's a screw hole here on the Bobo arm, and if we can take this cap off, which I've just done, put it into there, and then re-screw it in from the back end, probably with a different screw, we might be able to attach these headphones. And the head strap is pretty much like the original Kiwi strap, really, so there really isn't that much difference. That's what we need to 3D print the outside of the Bobo, but I'm going to try and get away with not doing that if we can. Here we have how all this is attached, and I can't quite see how this part get unscrewed. Wouldn't want to mess with that. I would like to keep that vanilla so I can actually 3D print a new part onto the Bobo. So this is the right side. Obviously that ain't gonna fit. It's really close though. This little part is not gonna fit inside here, so we definitely need to make a 3D printed part, and then these will go into that 3D printed part. So this part here, we're going to screw that in to the 3D printed part that we're going to have to make. And then on this side is where the 3D printed part is. And then we take our right socket, and probably I'll try and reuse that existing screw because that's a really nice solid way of doing it. The problem with some of the headphones on for the Quest, they're all using like plastic parts. They're really brittle to come apart. So as you can see, there's a little bit of give there. It looks like it's metal inside here too, so that's quite a strong, sturdy part that they've done here. And obviously that's got the rotating part to it as well. But for me to do this first, I want to see how much we've got to play with. So obviously this can insert in here. You can see the little screw there sticking through. And then we get the right hand side. Yeah, it's working. But that is attached. So we might not even need a 3D printed part. That's really cool. So let's try this side. I think the screw is disappeared.
A few moments later.
Right, we're back. I found the screw. Just if in case you're looking for a screw, this happened. And it picked it up, and I could not find it at all, but I got it now. Right, just to recap, we got one fitted using the same screw, no 3D printed material needed, exactly the same screw as well. Let's get the other side fitted. This is when we're going to have problems because the connecting cable normally go along the side, so we might find that this actually doesn't reach the Quest once we actually get all these parts put back together again. But let's plow on and see what the worst case is. So we're going to get our screw. I do find this is a lot easier to put the screw in through the head strap first, so we can actually see the bit sticking out. And yeah, we can't go underneath the strap, the cable. And it's unfortunate the cable is also not long enough to stretch around. I don't want to tighten that anymore, but that is it fixed in place. And it does have some rotation. That's probably what we want to do with 3D printing, because if you don't 3D print, this whole thing can move with the screw, and that's not a very good way to do it because you've got some redundancy there, and that means that the cable or the connection itself could deteriorate over time. So we've got this dodgy strap here because I think the Bobo width is a little bit wider because of the halo strap. But let's get this all put back together again and see if it all fits. Now we have a Bobo VR head strap with the audio power cable. So I can already see there's going to be the problem. Let's get this power connected first. So we're gonna have a problem with reach. This part won't be able to reach without quite a bit of, oh, we're so close though. Look, we're so close, but we're gonna put so much pressure on this, and this is not gonna fit over our head. So let's worry about this in a minute. Can you wear it? And does the earphones actually touch your ears properly? So I'm going to put everything back in. You can see this is in rotation to the main strap because I'm not securing the movement of this internal part here is moving the cup. So they're going to stay with you. So that's not a very good solution anyway. But let's get this on my face, see if these pads actually work. So far, let me just get my Quest on. It's run out of battery. Brilliant.
A few moments later.
So far, so good. We've got a fully connected Kiwi Design earphones connected to the actual strap itself. It might have been nicer if you can get at that cap. If that can unscrew itself, we might be able to get that onto here. And then you've got a more permanent position for the actual straps itself. The rear strap's not going to interfere with these moving at the same time, but it's quite a nice mechanism in terms of when you want to open up the head strap, you've got full access to get that onto your face. But when these come down, because they don't snap out and stay out, they're going to hit the back of your ears and you're going to have to then bring them back in. So it's a good solution, but it's something that you're going to have to work with. So we've got some orange power now, just had to put the battery in. So I'm going to get this Quest on. So you can see here, I bring the thing down, this hits the back of my ears. So I've got to reposition those and bring the head strap fully down. And this feels really, really good. So now you can see that works really, really well. These are being pressed onto my ears. So that's really, really cool. And yeah, this feels really, really nice. And you've got still the same opportunity to move these earphones up and down. So that's the lowest that they'll go. So you can get these positioned really exactly where you want them to be. And you've got that movement as well, which they're kind of using the connecting ridges. You can feel it going backwards and forwards, clicking. But this is probably rotating, not so much. So I've got these screwed in quite well. So the big issue is this and what we're going to do with this. So you can see we're really close there. Taking this off then, lifting that up, lifts the earphones up, and then we can take that off. I reckon that's pretty good. So let's try and go underneath here without connected, but your forehead's going to go through that. I think in conclusion, we're going to have to look at an adapter to extend the earphones to the Quest side bit, and I don't know if I've got one of those. Right, so I found some cables, but I've got like an extension multi user connector here. So I'm going to plug that in and this into one of them, and this might actually get me the audio that I need. Yeah. All right, so we're working now. Awesome. Right, that works. So, and it's very loud as well. What we can do here then, this is exciting. So what I would recommend, I'm going to pass these through the side. So you basically need an extension if you want to do this. It's really annoying that Kiwi made this just a little bit too small to even do something with it. Honestly, don't think this is going to work. You can kind of get it in between your padding there, so it's a little bit more discreet, but it's not brilliant, let's be honest. And again, we're about 3 centimeters away from it properly connecting to the Quest 2 directly. But let's get that on. It takes a little bit more adjustment. If these snapped out and stayed out, that would be the perfect solution, I reckon. So I think we only need like an extension of about that big. Similar to like this, but this is obviously not what we can use. I'm getting audio through this though, so you just need a 3.5mm extension. If I buy one for this setup, I'll link to it in the comments down below. To let you know what I've used. But personally, I don't think these actually need any 3D printed extensions. What do you think? Is this a good thing? Is this any good? It's very comfortable. I mean, you've got the Halo strap. These, it's just really, really cool. Just this is a bit annoying. So we have to strap this up. And so it's out of the way. All right, so that's the Kiwi Design earphones with the Bobo VR M2 battery strap. best of both worlds, I think. If you like what you've seen and you've got any tips or any questions about this setup, let me know in the comments down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.